Hey guys, it's Cloudy. How are you all? Today I'm very excited to bring to you a Netflix fantasy series called Alchemy of Souls. Alchemy of Souls is a Korean fantasy story that takes place in a fictional kingdom called Daeho. The reason why Daeho is so special is because it was developed next to a huge lake that encompasses a great amount of magical energy. In this world, mages use water as a base of their magic, and they learn to control it, harness it, and convert it to other elements. They're also able to weave their spells into their swordplay, which makes them very powerful figures in the kingdom of Daeho. The story in Daeho follows a group of young mages who are figuring out how to navigate the past betrayals and also current politics associated with a forbidden spell called the Alchemy of Souls. The reason why the Alchemy of Souls is so dangerous is because it involves swapping souls from one body to another. And it gives mages the power over life, death, and immortality that no man should really have. Our main character is Jung-wook, who is played by Lee Jae-wook. Jung-wook is the son of a very influential and powerful mage. On the day he was born, due to his unusual and unique circumstances of his birth, his father sealed away the gate of energy in his body. For mages, the gate of energy is essential to harnessing power within their bodies in order to express that through magecraft. And so Jung-wook goes through his entire life figuring out why his father changed his entire fate as a mage and how he can find a master to unlock his gate of energy. Even though Jung-wook is surrounded by a lot of powerful mages, no one dares to defy what his father did on the day of his birth because his father was such a powerful mage leader. Jung-wook ends up meeting our female main character, Naksu, who is actually the mage assassin. Wherever she goes, heads roll, hence the name Naksu. And Naksu, when she's being pursued by the Mage Association, she gets gravely injured and decides to use the Alchemy of Souls to transfer her soul into the body of someone else. Her soul ends up in the body of a maid called Mudok. And so we start with Naksu, who's played by Go Yoon-jung, and when she transfers her soul, her actress becomes Jung So-min. So it's a little bit unique that in this setup, we have the same character played by two different actresses. Jung-wook ends up meeting Naksu and enlists her to help him train as a mage, and they end up developing a relationship throughout the story. There is a handful of other mages as well. We have Park Dang-gu, who is the nephew of another mage leader. He's played by Yoo In-seo, and he has a very charming and lighthearted personality to him, which adds a lot of comedic charm to the show. We also have Seo-yoo, who is a genius mage with a very calm demeanor. He has a little bit of a past with Naksu, which we learned very quickly at the beginning, so this is not a spoiler. Seo-yoo is played by Hwang Min-hwan. We also have Jin Cho-yeon, who is the daughter of a mage family that handles artifacts and mage relics. She's played by Arin from Oh My Girl. I only ever knew Arin from the Idol group, so I was very happy to see her in this drama, and I felt like she was really able to showcase a lot of different expressions and angles to her character. The first half of the story is pretty straightforward. It follows Jung-wook's development as a very typical level 1 fantasy character. He has to go on a journey, hone his skills, learn a lot of things about the world, and basically level up everything about himself. The second half of the series delves into the politics between the mage associations and factions, as well as the people who are greedy to use the Alchemy of Souls for their own purposes. As we move throughout the series, a lot of extra details get revealed between the characters and also regarding their backstories. When people find out certain details about the characters, there's no aha moment where they call the character out, there's this big dramatic reveal where everyone is standing in a room. That happens a lot in like typical Chinese dramas. It's a lot of build-up and then everyone just learns all the secrets all out in the open. What I liked about Alchemy of Souls is that everyone keeps their knowledge and secrets to themselves in an attempt to use it towards their own advantage or to protect someone else. For instance, for Jung-wook's secret regarding his birth and also his little bit of a backstory, different people figure it out, but no one actually approaches Jung-wook to tell him about it, which I found very interesting. And none of the characters just play dumb for the sake of forwarding the plot. You can see the characters critically put together hints that we as an audience are also witnessing at the same time. So I felt like the storytelling was very refreshing, and as an audience member, I finally didn't feel like I was being treated really dumbly. There have been some people who complained about the CGI in the show, but honestly, from someone who comes from watching Chinese dramas and Chinese period dramas where the budget can go anywhere from like a bazillion dollars to like no budget at all, I thought the CGI was totally acceptable because Netflix is backing the series. I felt like the CGI and also the choreography of the swordplay was well cared for. Some people complained that the fights, especially near the beginning with all the fantasy elements, were really cringy and dramatic, but honestly, it's a fantasy martial arts series. The choreography for the fighting itself is already very unique because they are merging spellcraft and swordplay and melee fighting all together. So they not only use weapons and swords, they also use palms and energy. There's flying choreography, there are wires, there's just so much going on. I honestly feel like we should take more of a time to appreciate how everything was well coordinated. Finally, because Netflix has a second season of Alchemy of Souls, you can probably already guess that the ending was on a cliffhanger. You know when the second last episode is really good, everything seems like a happy ending, but there's a whole like extra hour and a half that we haven't seen. Crazy stuff is gonna go down, and thank God we have a second season because there are 10 more episodes, which helps us address some of the soul shifting threads that weren't completely tied up in season 1. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this short review that I did of Alchemy of Souls. I love the series so much, and I recently stopped everything in my life to watch the show. If you guys have seen the series, let me know what you thought and leave a comment in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one very soon. Bye!